Sorry to keep you waiting. Raise the curtains. Now enjoy the show.
All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Backroom Talk. As you can clearly tell, Jose, the host with the most, unfortunately, is not with us today.
That's the wrong title for him on this podcast.
The host with the most?
Yeah, that's... Anyways, whatever.
So you have me, Sexual Chocolate, David.
Sexual chocolate?
Sexual Chocolate. I melt in your hand, not in your mouth. Anyway.
If you guys hear any background noise, it's we have a bunch of people over here. Oh, no, we're over at our friend Kyle's house, and there's a lot of people in here. So if you hear background talk in the back room, that's why.
They might chip in once in a while.
If you don't know Kyle, he's the wannabe Mexican. We've talked about him a few times. We also have Kelly here. We have Metro Man, and let's introduce people here.
Metro Man, aka Change Kid.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so to my right, I got Mr. JP Pantsu Panda himself. Paul.
Just Paul.
No, JP
Just Paul
Pantsu.
today.
Just Paul.
Just Paul today.
All right, and we also have
I don't know what my name is now.
your little bear.
Yeah.
The big little bear?
The big little bear. Diego.
Baby bear?
The baby bear?
No. Okay, whatever.
Anyway, the next one we have is Mr. Sexy Tank himself. We have Luari.
Puerto Rican.
Say hi to the
Say something.
Say hi to the listeners.
I did say something already.
Well, yeah,
but
we gotta introduce yourself now.
Who are you?
I'm the sexy tank again. Remember that? I'm back.
And then we have a guest.
We have another guest. We'll call her Miss Faithful herself, Randy.
Is what?
Miss Faithful.
All right, hey.
So,
Wow.
This is
go
our
with it.
first girl in this podcast?
yeah,
it
the
is.
first girl.
So, congratulations.
I feel honored.
You
should.
should be on there.
And there'll be tons of people probably coming in and out of this podcast here and there. So,
Yeah, so we won't be able to name them all, but yeah, just be prepared for random crap happening. We
It
got,
will happen.
we got a guy walking around here like cowboy. So,
this is
Owen.
gonna be a crazy episode. So let's get down to
Business?
business.
Yes.
people popping bottles all over.
Okay, we're gonna start with this one. So, I've been thinking about all the stuff that my friends and I have done over the years, and there have been a lot of stuff that we should have been arrested for. That I'm pretty sure, yeah, we should have been arrested for tons of stuff. So that's the first topic I want to talk about. What is, and I know Luari has tons more stories than I do.
It's always me, and I'm not even the one.
whoa,
you have to get the
whoa.
wannabe Mexican. He's the one with the stories.
Whoa,
Luari,
back
Glory,
up,
back
down,
up,
Mike.
back up, back
Back
up.
up the
down,
mic,
bro.
back up
You're
the
like
mic.
Don't
cutting
eat
the
it, don't
mic.
eat it.
Woo.
There we go.
Sorry.
Okay,
We
turn
got
his
stories.
David. Turn his sensitivity down. He's like way too.
Okay, so
crazy
we all
on it.
okay.
It's too sensitive.
So I
Don't
wanna-
Turn
cry.
his sensitivity down. Hold on. Give it a minute.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about
Jeez. Killed my ears.
our illegal actions that we've done. We have the wannabe Mexican here, Kyle, drinking his Fanta. Also, just so you know, Fanta is our sponsor today.
Yeah.
Don't you wanna?
Unofficial sponsor for today.
Okay, so Kyle, I want you to share an experience. I'll show you mine first. This was probably the most memorable illegal thing that I've done with these guys. So, we were camping one time in this place called Gunnison, and these guys they love their firearms. They love explosives. Okay,
Man, you're
so
gonna hate us about these.
they already know this story. So we're in Gunnison, and our friend
hold on.
Brixton he tries to make this pipe bomb. So we have this PVC pipe, and we have sparklers that are inside them. We have these two rubber ends, and we place them on each side of the PVC pipe, thinking that's going to hold. And so we get a little fuse, and mind you, we're like in this little valley between these two big hills, and there's trees around us.
I was not
There's
here for
many.
this, just to let you know.
Either way.
So anyway, so it was me, Kyle, Owen, and a few other friends, and Brixton, of course. So we put we put it near some trees. I don't know why. So we go there, we light the fuse, and we start running away. And then we wait for it, and first of all, nothing happens. We're like, what the heck? And all of a sudden, one of the ends pops off, and this huge fireball just bursts out, and it catches these two trees on fire.
Sparklers went everywhere.
I mean, it was I seriously was crapping bricks. Like, it was
You were cracking
bad.
bricks.
Well,
Wow.
because we're in a place where we shouldn't have done that, and like the smoke, like people, like the people in the town would have seen the smoke, And so, I mean, that was my most memorable one. And everyone's quiet now because they're watching the Pac-12 game, Utah versus Washington State. And they just tied the game. So
Oh, crap.
That was
with only 5 minutes to
That
go.
was bad defense right there.
But yeah, so that was one of my most memorable ones. I know Kyle has tons. Kyle has done probably more things than I know than probably his wife doesn't
Yeah,
know.
True.
Talk to us, Kyle.
All right, so you know the sensitivity of the mic is really sensitive, so just don't go too loud.
Is this
So-
good?
Don't
That's
cry.
fine.
Yeah, just talk
Okay.
normally. Get
Yeah.
talk.
I'm
Don't
talking normal.
don't go.
Okay, so Kyle, the
So
one to be
this is
Mexican,
Kyle.
tell us something.
I got one where I thought I was gonna die.
Okay,
Like literally, I thought a cop was gonna pull out a gun and shoot me.
Oh,
Let's hear
okay,
that.
Let's hear this.
What we got
Me
there?
and Brixton were driving back from duck hunting in Duchesne. We're driving down I-15, just passing Park City on our way back down to Salt Lake. And I was in my Camaro. At the time, for some reason, my driver's side window wouldn't roll down. But that'll come up later. I was driving down the street, going about 80 miles an hour. No big deal, right? Passing unmarked police car, which I didn't know was a police car. Man, then, yeah, just like a
Yeah,
Suburban.
it's
It was just a Suburban car. So passing, then he gets right on my tail, and Brixton was with me, and he's like, "Brake check him." And I was like, well, all right. so I brake check him, and then he flips his lights on and pulls me over.
Ooh.
And I was already in like the left lane, so I was pretty mad at him. He's riding my butt. I
Yeah.
was like, there's no other cars on the other side of the lane. It's like, go around me. So instead of pulling over on the right side like you're supposed to, I pull over to the left. I was like, why am I going to go all the way over there?
this isn't Black Sheep. What are you doing?
And we just got done duck hunting. So Brixton is all covered in camo and has his hoodie on, so he looks kind of like a thug. He fell in the water, so I had to give him part of my clothes. So that's why he's wearing my waders home. And I'm just dressed in a hood and have my hood on, and I have my shotgun like laying in the door. And so the cop comes up to the window to like knock on the window to tell me, you know, what's up, and I couldn't roll my window. So like it can't roll it down. So I open the door and my shotgun falls out. And I don't want it to hit the ground, so I hurry and go and grab it.
Oh my god!
And you see the cop jump back and he pulls his gun out on me and starts screaming at me, "Put your hands on the steering wheel." I was like, oh crap. So I thought I was gonna die.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Just careful.
So I thought I was gonna die. So I put my hands on the steering wheel and I was like, I'm not trying to do anything. Like, it's just gonna fall. I didn't want it to stop. And he starts going off. With that, I had a radar blocker. So I had like 8 illegal things I was doing in the
Holy
car.
crap.
And he's like, "Yeah, your driver's license, registration, all that stuff." Gave it to him, and he went back to his car. And there's time if I get another ticket, my license was gonna get suspended, as it already did later on. But that was besides the point. I was gonna get suspended and be gone for another 2 years. So I was like, "Crap, I can't get another ticket." So I'm sitting there waiting. And I look over at Brixton, he's like, "Dude, you're screwed. Like, you're probably going to jail or you're losing your driver's license, one of the two." And I was like, I don't even know what he pulled me over for. Like, I was already freaking out because I thought I was going to shoot him or something. And he comes back and let me go with the warning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let me go with the warning. We went on our way.
He didn't say anything about all the illegal crap.
Didn't say anything about it.
Well, he knew you guys were duck hunting then, right? You told
Well,
him?
I told him.
Okay, well, at least he knows that.
And we're covered in camo. Well,
This
he was.
is the thing you need to know about Kyle. He is the luckiest person I have ever met. He gets away with tons of stuff that none of us in our dreams could get away with.
That's not true.
Well,
That's
he
not
gets
true.
He gets away with a lot of things.
He gets away with a lot of things.
You're more than the average person. You have more luck on your side than anything.
You just got to know what you're doing.
No, that's just dumb luck.
No, it's not dumb luck. You walk into a place, you just got to act like you own it.
He does. He goes to this movie theater and he's never paid once. He just walks right through to his movie, never pays.
I don't
And
pay
they
for those
say
movies.
anything.
My dad's the owner.
And I took food.
And he takes food.
I took my Betos with me last time and went and sat there and watched the movie. I didn't pay for a ticket.
I look around at these employees. They know what he's doing. They just watch him go. Like, oh, there goes Kyle.
I think they already know. Yeah, they already know him.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. And
That or I buy a children's ticket.
we went to the Destiny open the pre-launch party at the Microsoft store, and he just gets all this. He gets 2 years worth of Microsoft Live,
Xbox Live.
Xbox Live,
What?
just because of a technicality on what this guy said when he bought his Xbox One, and then he wins a raffle on it.
What?
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That's above average luck. See, that's just dumb luck.
Miss.
And I don't win that much in Vegas. It's not worth it.
Well, it kind of
okay.
compensates in a way.
Well, that's where it comes and bites him in the butt. When he goes to Vegas, I've heard he wins a lot, but then he also loses a lot too.
Well, because he doesn't.
No,
know
last
what
time
to
I went,
quit.
I won a lot.
yeah, but you also lose a lot too.
I haven't lost. I lost in Windover, but that place is the devil's armpit. No one wins there. You won crabs.
That was why Laurie said he won something in craps.
No. He won crabs.
Are you talking about the food?
He literally got crabs.
Now I'm confused. Is that the food, or are you talking about the other crabs?
He went to a restroom after a homeless guy, and he came out. End of story.
Well, that's
Pinch.
Well, at least it's that way instead of something else. You can just tell that as a joke, and people laugh it off. It's not like
At least that's that. You don't know what happened. He went into the same guy with that guy. There could have been other things that went down.
We don't know. What happens in Wendover stays in Wendover.
This is why you have to wipe down those toilets, because otherwise, you can get AIDS.
You squat.
Crap like that.
Just squat it.
Miss Faithful, Miss Randy here. I want to know: have you ever done anything illegal?
Pass the mic to her.
Now, this is going to be funny because
Her older
most people
sister's
don't know
here.
Randy, and her older sister here. Randy, to me, is like the perfect example of the good girl. Goes to church on time, all 3 hours. And if her parents say come home at 9, she's there at 8:59.
That's nice.
Like, she's that good. Randy, tell us what tell us something you've done that's a little bad.
That's bad?
Well, in your past, let's just say
Okay,
from back then
'cause-
too. Like, let's say either it's something stupid too.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure you haven't done anything
Kissing
illegal.
a boy doesn't count.
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, so yeah, that's why. It's like, I don't think you've done anything illegal. So tell us, what's something like the most extreme thing you've done?
Because I'm pretty sure anything that I've done that is extreme has been with you.
She's referring to her
Sister.
sister Ashley, who's Kelly's wife, the one who told Metro Man that I'm a ballooner. And if you can hear that laugh, that is Mr. Metro Man. Yeah, oh, he doesn't know. Jared, you're Metro Man. Metro Man? Yeah, Diego gave you that nickname. Yeah, you did.
No, I haven't done anything.
Okay, Ashley, you're on the mic now. This is Ashley, Kelly's wife. Okay, Ashley, tell us something you've done with Randy that's a bit questionable. Questionable.
Remember in the car with Brittany and Emma?
Hey, now. No one knows about that.
Well,
Okay,
it's
this
about
is-
time. Let's find out about
Ashley,
this.
Ashley, this is the backroom talk. This is where we tell every secret, every dark lie, and we're okay. This is a safe place. If you don't start telling this story, I'm gonna start telling the listeners all the stuff about you.
So they'll know you
Okay, I'll
better.
tell the story.
Okay, let's go with that.
Okay.
So it's really just something that's a very simple story. We were just driving with my old roommate, a friend, and my sister Randy, and they dared me to flash somebody, so I did,
Wow.
and that's the only thing I've ever done.
That's the only thing you've
The
done.
only thing I can think of that comes to mind. I mean, I have gotten like pulled over from the police for questionable things, but that was not really pulled over because I was already pulled over. But
Okay. Just so I can clarify, this involved someone from the opposite sex, correct?
I'm pretty sure he was a truck driver.
well,
So was he like
person I
gritty?
flashed, but
Oh.
huh?
Oh, when you said you were caught with the police with
Oh, no.
Oh
questionable
yeah, that was definitely with somebody of the
opposite sex,
yes.
not your husband.
That is not my husband,
That is not your husband.
but he already knows it, so it makes it okay.
Okay, being with Kelly, have you done any more like questionable things? Being married to Kelly.
She still can't say the word penis. She's been married for how long?
I am the arrow. I am the straight and narrow.
No. Randy's the arrow.
Yeah,
You're
get
like
it right.
you're like on the off side.
You're
on the
falling a
off road.
little bit.
I mean, I on the spot, I can't think of too many things, but I'm definitely sure there's things that we've done.
Has he ever embarrassed you in just like the worst occasion? Like, why?
That
do you have
happens
to
all
say
the
it right
time.
now?
That happens all the
Well,
time.
what's one of the worst ones for you?
You know, I grew up with a dad who would embarrass us all the time. So I was already pretty used to it when I married Kelly. So most of it doesn't even faze me anymore.
It's funny though when she does get embarrassed because she's like pale white, like ghost white, and so when she gets embarrassed, like her face flushes red like no other. Like it is a sight to see.
I've always been known for that, even in elementary school and junior high. Like whenever a guy would give me a hug that I had a huge crush on, I would turn bright red. It's a total giveaway for me.
I have a question for you. Not for Randy.
Oh, okay.
Can you say the word penis?
Yeah, penis.
See, she's normal.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so there's someone who hasn't said anything, and that is Paul. Paul has yet to say anything.
We took his mic and then we gave the other mics over there. So
Okay, Paul, I want to hear what's the most questionable thing you've done.
here you go, Paul.
He dates an Asian.
Kyle said he dates an Asian.
That's the hate. That's hate.
If you don't know, most of these people here are redneck, 100% like Brixton, who don't like their immigrants. The irony though is,
my sister and I are not.
Okay, you got some
Redneck.
deception.
see, you
guys
have to pause for a minute.
We are not rednecks. I had to think of what I was going to say before I said it.
Anyway, Paul, let us hear your pants story.
No, he said that already.
Oh yeah,
had
you
to-
said that already.
Just-
Tell us another one.
I can't think of anything at the moment.
Come on, you've done questionable things. Come on, Paul.
We're good.
Have you ever stabbed anyone?
You did.
Diego, you stabbed someone.
Yeah, I accidentally stabbed my friend Andrew when we were in 6th grade. Hold on, give me a second. Let me fix something. So I was in 6th grade and we were playing with colored pencils, like a sword fight. We were being stupid, and then I went and lunged, and he went forward to lunge too, and I stabbed him in his arm, and it stuck there like it was like boing kind of thing. And I got a color change to black that day because I stabbed somebody.
I don't think these kids know what
Color change
means.
is kind of like, ISS kind of a thing, but like
I don't
you
think they
have
know
one-
what that is either.
in school suspension.
Detention.
You were suspended?
No, well, I went to another class and wrote a paper about not stabbing people.
So let's talk about stabbing people because there's a few people in our group that's been
Well,
stabbed.
hold on. I want to say something illegal I did.
Okay, tell your legal thing.
Okay, so 2010, yeah, 4 years ago, me and my friends were out just being stupid. We were just being idiotic, and a friend of mine used to work at the Albertsons. So Albertsons had closed down during that time, and so he knew the passcode to get in. And so we opened the doors, and we drove inside there with his Corolla. And we were doing donuts inside the building, and then the alarm went off, and we drove out. I think that's one of the biggest illegal things I've done. I mean, I've done more, obviously, but that was the coolest one.
See, our things deal more with guns and firearms. I don't think we've ever done anything like that.
I had like a Fast and the Furious moment too.
What did you do?
So, we did this thing called cupping back then, where you just go to like McDonald's and ask for a cup of water, and we would drive, and then the cars that are going to the other opposite direction of us, we'd throw the cups at them full of water. And we were just stupid kids. So we hit it on this Blazer full of rednecks, and this guy freaks. He flips the bitch and he starts chasing us, and we're just driving away, trying not to get caught by this guy, and we end up in this neighborhood, and we pull up on this guy's driveway, and we're like, oh, we're screwed. They're going to beat us up. We're dead. And then my friends are like, dude, there's an opening between the trees and the fence. So we flipped inside the guy's lawn and drove over his lawn and drove out. And then we were driving around still, and then we did like a Fast and the Furious moment with the drift, and we drifted onto Redwood Road, and we just, and then we hid in the church, and we hid there for an hour, and the guy couldn't find us.
Speaking of throwing stuff, Randy and Ashley, have you ever heard the Whopper story?
Whopper story?
I'm pretty sure I heard that last time.
I feel like I was there because I've heard it so many times.
Okay, well, the listeners have never heard this because this part was the funniest story that I was never a part of.
I think we need Kelly down here to explain the Whopper
I think
story.
Laura, get Kelly down here because Kelly, even though he wasn't there, he asked Kyle to tell him the story so he could tell it in a class. And I guess
he
it was
basically there in spirit. Even though he wasn't in person, he takes claim for doing everything.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so before he comes, I want to talk about, I've never stabbed anyone, but I have been stabbed. And it was by Diego and my friend Brett. So I had an accident when I was 5 years old, and my foot got stuck on a tandem bike between the gear and the chain. And so I have this.
Guzman, nobody wants to hear about your wetting the bed accidents when you're 5 years old. We all know about that,
Kelly,
but
hold
we
on.
decide not to talk about it.
Kelly, go
Back
a little
in-
bit farther away. You were like cutting out, and it was deafening. Thank you. Just letting you know. Just letting
Oh,
you know.
sorry. The joke
There
just
you
means
go.
Guzman wets his bed.
There we go.
Don't wet
People
my
knows that
bed.
now.
Well, since since Kelly's here, we want you to tell the listeners the Whopper story in your own words.
Don't be shy.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's all shy.
Remember, don't get the mic too close to your mouth.
My question is, what makes y'all think that anyone would want to hear what y'all have to say?
Because we've gotten listeners out of this stuff. They like random stuff, so that works. So go ahead. Go random. Whopper story.
Whopper story.
Whopper.
Even
He's
though
all
you weren't
shy.
there, you got to go on.
I was totally there.
You're totally there.
Anybody asks, I was there.
In spirit. Okay, continue, Kelly.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that was a great story.
Sorry, I got distracted by football. No, I wasn't there. I can't tell it.
Okay,
All right.
Kyle, you
Okay,
tell
Kyle.
so me, one of my friends fish. We got onto one of those like halftime things at the indoor football league, where you do like the timeout things. We do like competitions for money or whatever. They wrapped us. They put shoulder pads on us, on me and my friend, and wrapped us in double-sided tape. We had to run from the 10-yard line to the end zone and then roll around in cash. And apparently it was coupons for free Whoppers. So we rolled around, did our thing, won whoever won the competition. And afterwards, we decided there was a couple guys with us, there was 5 of us, and I was driving my Jeep. We decided to go redeem all our Whoppers. It was like 39 Whoppers. So we go through the drive-thru, we order all of them. We're like, yeah, can we get 39 Whoppers? And we didn't pay a dime. We just gave him these coupons, counted them all out to him. He's like, "Where'd you get these?" Like, "Oh, we got them from the football game." And so they gave us the food, and we left. And we're driving down the freeway, and there's this car with these 2 girls in it, and Owen rolls down his window and basically starts yelling at him, "Hey, you guys want some Whoppers?" And we kind of did like the Fast and the Furious thing where you get up like side to side next to someone. We're going like 65 miles an hour. We got up side to side, and passed them a Whopper. And the next thing you know, she throws it back at us. "I'm a vegetarian." So we just let it bell on them. We just started pulling out Whoppers and just hawking them at their car, and just one after another. And this, what hit the driver in the face, and she swerved. It was pretty funny because her whole car was covered in ketchup and lettuce afterwards. I don't think we ate a single one of those Whoppers. I think we threw them all at that car. But
Oh my gosh.
it was a pretty fun experience.
Oh my god! I really wish I was. I don't know why I wasn't there, but good times. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this. So all of us have gone on good dates and bad dates, and then there's dates from hell. Okay, so I'm gonna seg this into Jared.
Oh, hey, whoa,
Oh, and
Jared,
he
come on,
leaves.
get
Good
back.
dates, and he takes off running.
Jared, you gotta come back.
Look at him.
You have to participate.
Come
Jared,
back. Come on.
come
They
back,
don't-
Jared.
They don't know who you are. They don't know who you are. It's okay.
Jared,
There's
come
nothing
on.
to be scared of. They can't look at your face, man.
Jared,
They're not
come
gonna look
on.
at your face. Just come here.
You don't.
They don't know who
mention
you
names.
are.
You don't
They don't-
mention names. Come on.
No,
No, you don't mention names about.
Yeah, but they don't know who you are. We can say Jared. There's millions of
He
Jareds
went on
in
a
this
date with
world.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, just
I
come
mean,
on.
let's-
Go here.
yeah.
Come here. We're fine. Come on, man. It's nothing bad. No one's gonna know. Like they're gonna be who's Jared? What's Jared?
Come on,
See,
Jared.
there you go.
Come
Come
on.
on.
Come on, Jared. Okay, so
They lost. See,
Jared,
Utah lost.
Utah lost, Jared. Now
horrible.
get you over here.
Horrible.
All right, let's warm him up. So, anybody have bad dates?
Ashley, I saw your face. You have someone.
She had a look on her eyes. She's like, okay, let her think.
I went on a date and he kept calling me the wrong name.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what did he call
was
you?
it?
Maggie.
Oh,
I don't
Maggie?
even look like my friend Maggie.
he called
So-
you your friend's name the whole time. That's harsh.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, now
Wait.
he is.
He's now. Did you say he's also gay or engaged? He's now gay.
What does that have to do with me calling me the wrong name?
Maybe because he wasn't paying attention to who you were. He's just like, oh, it's just a girl I'm going on a date with.
I think
Maggie.
what I think.
that could be it. He's like,
He's like, hey, those guys are good looking.
I think what Ashley's trying to say is the reason he forgot your name is because he was thinking about the waiter that was giving you food. It's like, oh yeah.
Maybe.
I was like, oh, sorry, Maggie. I mean, Randy. I mean,
I think Maggie in Spanish means I like men.
it means magia.
Nope, it does not. It means I like men. Pretty sure.
I
I
guess.
don't know
Paul,
Spanish, but
Paul, tell us one of your worst dates.
You got me on the spot. I don't remember anything at the moment. Pass.
You guys all suck.
I got a really good one.
'Kay.
Like my worst date ever. This had to do with firearms again. I don't know why. Everything revolves around guns in my life, but anyway.
I
This
could tell you
girl-
why.
So this girl I take on a date, she's a really cool girl. I just recently bought a brand new little old, well, I wouldn't say brand new. I bought an old beat up car. Had this sticker on the back. I didn't know what it meant, so I just left it on there. Took her on a date. We were going to go get some dinner and then go bowling. And we're driving down the road, and then I got pulled over. And I was like, hey, don't freak out. The cop's going to ask if I have a gun on me. And I do. And she's like, why do you have a gun on you? Why do you have a gun on you? Why do you need a gun? And I was like, calm down. I was like, I got my permit to carry it with me. So I have it. It's just in the door. It's like, no need to freak out. I'm like, I always have one in my car for some reason. And so the cop pulls me over. You know, he asked the question, are you armed? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, where's the weapon? I'm like, it's just in the door. And then he's like, hey, can you come out for a second? So she starts freaking out because he pulled me out of my car. And this is our first date. And she was like, seriously started going into tears. And I didn't know this because I was outside talking to the cop. And he's like, pulls me around back. He's like, is this your car? I'm like, yeah, I just barely bought it. He's like, you know what that sticker means? I'm like, no. It's like some blue car, like with, I don't know what it is. Like, it looks like glasses or something. Anyway, it's for older people. If they're out on the road after like 8 o'clock at night, they pull you over automatically. I don't know why they would invent such a stupid thing, but they did, and I had it on my car. So that's why they pulled me over, was to make sure I wasn't some old person driving at night. And I get back in the car, and she's just bawling. And I was like, what happened? And she's like, why do you have a gun on me? You're not going to kill me, are you? I was like, no, I'm taking you on a date. We're going to dinner and going bowling. Like, that was my intentions. I'm not driving to the desert or anything. And she was just done, and I was like, I don't even want to go to dinner anymore. I'm taking you home. So I just took her home.
and then he went to Burger King and got Whoppers.
That was the end of that date, and she would not even make eye contact with me after that. But pretty.
Dude, I think
funny.
guns have been your high points and low points in your life, Kyle. That's what all I can say about you.
They're definitely a higher point.
I don't know. Getting almost arrested twice and have a gun pulled on you by a cop I think it's pretty low.
No,
No.
no, not at all.
Oh my God, Ashley,
He's
have you thought of
optimistic.
one?
Oh, she got a mic over there. She good.
I have so many terrible dates,
Just
but
go off
I
one.
think like most of them, it's just like, meh, okay, it was a terrible date, whatever. This was the most awkward thing in my life. But the best part is when a person can't take a hint and they just keep on coming for it. Randy, do you remember that the one guy that I had gone on a date with, and we went to a movie and he kept trying to hold my hand the entire time, and I obviously did not want to hold hands, but then he like wrote me. I've had a couple people write me their feelings in a note, so basically love note. Like even after I got out of high school, so it's super awkward. But do you remember the kid that wrote me? Yeah, wrote me a letter about like how I love whales and like all this
Wait.
stuff.
They wrote a poem about how you like whales.
Why
Yeah,
whales?
I love whales. I think they're so cute.
She likes whales, but she's scared of monkeys.
Okay.
There's just certain things like this in this world that people are afraid of and not afraid of. Anyways,
So
continue.
anyway, yeah, he wrote me a love letter, but I can't remember the details of it. But I kept it for a while. I don't know where it ended up.
Garbage.
But one date in particular that comes to mind was when I I was in high school at the time, so of course everything's awkward when you're in high school. But I was
I don't
on
know what kind of high school life you had. Mine was not awkward. Mine was fine, except for a few mishaps here and there.
It was
but-
fine?
Oh, I hated high
Really?
school. I'll never go back.
Oh, wait. So we'll continue on with your story?
So I'm on a date with this kid, and I think his name was Preston. Like, I don't really remember, but he was in my physics class, and he asked me out to this date, and so it was like it's like some Valentine's Day dance where you have to go, like, the dance was at an ice skating rink. So you would ice skate around and then you would have like a dance afterwards right next to the ice rink. So that in itself was kind of weird, but I was with a group of people. I didn't even know a single person except for this kid. And, you know, I just wasn't having that good of a time because we went on the date and it was just dumb. And anyway, so this kid got this impression that I liked him, and I totally didn't. In fact, before we went to the actual dance itself, I was like begging my mom. I was like, I don't want to go. Make up an excuse for me. I don't want to go. And she's like, you have to go. So I ended up
has
going.
Diarrhea. Massive
Yeah.
diarrhea. She can't go.
I was like begging my mom to like come up with an excuse for me, but she wouldn't. Anyway, so we're at this. We're ice skating, and I am the worst ice skater in the world. And there's people that say that, but legit, like, I am the worst ice skater. And so I'm going around, and I'm like slipping around the ice, and the kid like is like trying to be nice, so he like holds my arm. I'm like, okay, I can do this. This is fine. Whatever, I can make it. But like as the time goes on, he kept trying to hold my hand, and he kept grabbing my hand, and I was like awkward because I can't skate away. So I'm just like
he has you in his grasp.
Yeah. So I'm just like trapped, like holding hands with this kid that I was like, oh my gosh, how many minutes do I have left? Like when can this be done? Anyway, so he kept doing it, and finally I was like, I am bound and determined. I'm gonna freaking ice skate better than anybody. So I like go, and I just go as fast as I can. And he like tries to grab my hand. He's like, I'll help you. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. Why don't you go skate around by yourself for a while?
Oh.
I was getting so frustrated. I was like, you know, I just like, it was the worst date ever. I don't know why. I think it's just because like it was something I don't really enjoy doing. But this also ties into a story with my husband.
Okay, go on with Kelly.
Let's hear it.
Anyway, that date gone and happened. So my husband and I, my now husband and I, we're going ice skating. No, we're going ice skating, and I tell him, I'm like, I am the worst ice skater. And he's like, oh, how funny. Like, people just say that. And I'm like, no, legit. Like, I am the worst ice skater. So we're going around and we're skating, and I'm just like trying to keep up, but he's like really fast. And so he grabs my hand and he starts pulling me. And as I'm screaming like, no, stop, no, because I am the least graceful person, like legit, like I have no grace whatsoever in my body. And so I'm like afraid that I'm just going to like go head over heels and like slam my face on the ice. So anyway, he's like, ha ha ha, as he's like pulling me and dragging me. And next thing I know, he like goes to like twirl me around, and I just like lose my footing. And next thing I know, I like slam my head on the ice. Like I just like lose my footing, slam my head on the ice. And I don't know if I got a concussion, but I like came pretty close to getting a concussion at that moment. Like so bad that the patrol people, or I don't know what, the ice skating rink people, like he like skates up really fast and he's like, don't move. Are you okay? And I'm like, well, I just hit my head really hard. Like I was like in shock of what just happened. And like Kelly, like his face was like, oh my gosh, we're never going out again. Like she hates me. But I just laughed it off because I didn't want to like completely embarrass myself. But
and yet you married him.
And
Good
yet
job, Kelly.
we got married.
Yes, you married such a winner, Ashley. Good for
Yep.
you. Let's give her a clap. We can't hear her. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, I'll share mine. This is a high school dance one.
So,
So this was for the Sadie Hawkins dance, like in February. So at the time I was with this, it was my senior year. I was with and then not with this girl. And
You were seeing.
I was seeing her. If you don't know the story, this is the same girl that,
They do know the story. They
Yeah,
already
they know
shared
the
it.
story.
So yeah.
and so
it's the same girl.
it's the same girl. What? Yes, it's Purple Bike
The
Girl.
purple bike
The
girl.
purple bicycle girl. So I was talking to her, and we were gonna make plans to go to City Hawkins, and she said, "I'm not gonna go because I have to work and all this stuff." So I said, "Okay, I'm not gonna go." So my friend, she texts me that same day and says, "Well, okay, she wasn't my friend. She was my friend's friend. I didn't like her." And she texted me. She asked me if she wants to go to City Hawkins, and I told her, I made up some lie like, "Oh, I have someone who's gonna ask me, so no." And then like 5 minutes later, I get the text from my friend, and she's like, "How could you say that? You're so mean. She's crying her eyes out right now because you told her no and blah blah blah." And I said, "Hey, I don't like her. Like as a person, I don't like her at all. So I don't want to go with her." And she gave me this whole guilt trip. So I was like, "Okay, fine, whatever. I'll go with her." Then later that day, I had a soccer game, and we'll just call her my girlfriend, though she wasn't. She came with me, and as we're leaving,
Let's not call her your girlfriend.
let's just call her the girl. I don't know.
No, just the random chick.
We'll call her the purple bicycle girl. So as we're driving her home, she's
PPG.
like, as we're driving home, she says, "Hey, I actually do want to go to City Hawkins. I got the work off." And I was like, "Dang it!" I said, "I just barely agreed to go with this girl that I don't want to go with." And I said, "I'll break it off right now, and I'll just go with you." She said, "No, you should go with her." I was like, "Fine." And so she said, "I'll just go with someone else," which I didn't really want her to go with anyone else, but I was like, "Okay, whatever." So the day comes, and I am sick. Like, I am throwing up, stuffy nose, and I didn't really want to go. And I was telling her, "Hey, I'm feeling sick, and I'm not feeling up to it." And then she's like, "Oh, you're not feeling up to it," with quotation marks and really sarcastic. It's like, "Yes, oh, so suddenly you become sick on the day we go to the dance." And I was like, "Ah, freak." It's like, "Fine, I'll go." And so we get there, and we start dancing, and I'm not dancing that much, because I'm really out of it. And then I see the purple bicycle girl come, and she comes, and her date is her ex-boyfriend. And so I was like, "What the freak?" I was so mad. And I was still sick, and I took some NyQuil before, and then the girl, she was still dancing, but she could tell that I really wasn't into it, and so she like rolled her eyes and started speaking with my friend. I'm pretty sure they're like talking bad about me. So we get done. They want to do fondue at my friend's house, and I pass out on the couch because I'm just so drugged up. And then I start waking up a little bit, and I start hearing, and they're talking so much crap on me. They're saying, "Oh, David's this. He's just a terrible day. I can't believe that he pretended to be sick, and now he's pretending to sleep, and blah, blah, blah." And I wake up, and I'm like, "You know what?" And I said, "You know what, ho? I'm sick of you. I'm tired of your crap. I really am sick. F you all." And I left. Good times. Well, Pax. Anyway, that was my date.
Wow.
That was boring too.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay, let's go with Diego's.
Yeah, it was my first date. David was my chauffeur. He drove me. We went to yeah.
Oh yeah, that right there is a bad date.
No.
That's the end of the story.
That's not even the beginning of it. So I went to go. We went to go pick her up.
Okay, let's.
We went to go pick her up. Her mom was talking to me. She's like, "Have I been to jail? Have I done anything wrong? Am I a bad kid?" And I said, no. And then she calls my brother and is like, "Let me see your license. Let me take a picture of it.
Oh, I remember
and if
this.
you don't take my daughter home at this exact time, I'll call the cops on you." I was like,
Oh.
okay. So we did that. Took her to the movies, and her friend kept texting her, asking how the date was going, and that pissed me off because the whole time we didn't really get to talk. It was just awkward silence.
Oh, side note, this girl that was texting her, Kyle dated.
Doesn't matter. That's
We're all
just a
connected.
useless side note.
I'm just
but
telling you, Kyle.
yeah, so that happened. It was just an awkward date, and it was just boring. And I was kind of pissed because that was my first ever date, and it just was garbage. So that was a crappy date. But I got back at her like 4 years later and never called her back. But that's about it.
You thought my story was boring?
No, it was quick. I didn't say it.
You started out with Guzman being your chauffeur. That's where you went wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else got a bad
Paul,
date?
You had time to listen. You had time to
It's
think.
an Asian man.
I was just looking through my phone right now.
Sorry, I'm not racist. It's just me. It's
Are you
just
sure?
funny.
Are you sure?
It's just funny because it's you, Paul. Everyone loves you. Even though you want to be Asian and I want to be Mexican.
I don't know who loves me.
Everyone loves you.
Even Diego?
Even Diego.
I love you.
Hey,
if you needed a kidney, I'd give you my kidney.
He doesn't love
You
you.
won't
Like,
give me a kidney.
Yeah, I would.
It's too
If
big
we had
for
the
me.
same blood type, fine then. You don't get a kidney. You go to hell.
See, he doesn't love me. Anyways.
I have.
You want to be Asian.
Yo,
Wait,
come on.
Ashley,
I have.
what's up?
I've gone on a date with someone who's 10 years older than me, and I had no idea. When I
Really?
was 19.
How do you
So
not
that's
know?
all I have to say because it was just the most awkward date when we found out that we're 10 years apart.
Hey, actually, there's something that happened to me
It
too.
was-
okay, Paul,
You
let's
went
see
on a
yours.
date with a girl that's 10 years older than you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, did she?
Was she desperate?
No, actually,
Was
it was
it desperately obvious or obviously
no,
desperate?
no. You know, it just happened at church. You know, one of those church events. Pick a basket, pick a date, or something like that.
No.
Okay.
I don't do
What kind
that
of
at my
church you
church.
been
I don't
going
know.
to?
I don't know what you're
That was
doing.
my singles ward that I went to. Anyways. No, yeah, I'm just kidding. No.
Okay, so yeah, he's not married yet.
Hey, it's a joke. Anyways. So basically, it was something really simple. There was an activity at church, and we have to pick a basket. And whoever picks the basket, the person who actually made the basket, you should go on a date with. So I just barely come back from a mission, decided to try everything out. I pick a basket. We went on a date. She made like really amazing food. She was asking me about like all the stuff that I'd done, and I told her I just barely came back from a mission. She's been telling me like, oh, I got my master's degree in this, I did this, did that. I'm like, okay. It was really uncomfortable
Did
because
that not raise flags when she said she finished her master's?
well, yeah,
It takes
but
like 8 years, man.
money,
Money? What?
money. Anyways, no,
Sugar mama.
but anyways, it was a quite awkward experience because that was not something that I was expecting. So yeah, that was it. Something simple, something.
Y'all stories suck. Ashley's was the best.
Really, I thought my story was really boring.
Actually,
I've been on so many just like
Tell us more.
I once had this guy that we went on a couple dates and it was just super awkward. And there was one time and this was a kind act, but now that I think back on it, it's a little bit creepy. But I was home, like, my family had all gone, like, for Christmas, gone to somewhere, and so I was by myself, around Christmas, because I had 3 jobs at the time, so I was working like crazy, and it was after, I had just worked a ton of hours, and I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to go shovel the driveway to get out, and, like, I woke up and I heard something, and he had totally come over and shoveled my driveway for me. Which is, nice,
That's
but,
nice.
It's very thoughtful. But then as the day went on, I'm at work, and at this time I worked at Claire's. And so he had come to me while I was at work. And I was like, oh, fine, whatever. He said he had to buy a Christmas present for his sister. And I worked at Claire's, and his sister was little, so I figured, oh, he just wanted to get her something.
Uh-huh.
So I was, trying to help him pick out something, but he was there for forever. Like, he just kept, like, wandering around. It was super awkward, and I was like, hey, are you going to leave now? Like, I'm at work. And so finally, he just walks up to me, hands me this origami flower or origami swan. I can't remember which one it was. And it had, again, another love letter on it. And the girls and I at work just laughed so hard. And I cannot even remember what it said. But it was just so weird. And I told him I wasn't interested after that. And I think I hurt his feelings pretty hard. Like, he would not take no for an answer.
You're just a heartbreaker, Ashley.
The thing is, you don't write her a love letter. She's already made this clear.
Yeah.
She will not remember what you wrote.
It's not my love language, I guess. Yeah, it's not my love
That's why
language.
she married Kelly.
Kelly's the exact opposite. Like, you could not be farther from that. And I think
you
that's a good thing for you,
Kelly
though.
is secretly a romantic. He's not as much anymore because, after you get married, everything goes downhill. But don't tell him I said that.
Oh, he's going to hear that. I'll tell you that much.
I'm just kidding. He's really thoughtful, actually. But it's just weird. Like, I don't know, when you go on like 2 dates with someone, then you write this letter saying you're in love. Speaking of awkward things.
there we go.
And this has to do with my sister, Randy.
We should just call this the Ashley Show because she has all these stories. Let's just keep going. Keep going.
So in high school, I had this kid that I had met through another guy. And, I mean, he was pretty cute. You know, he kind of looks like Michael Bublé. And everyone knows Michael Bublé is a little bit dreamy.
Wait. Who's that guy?
You don't know
Michael,
who
You know who
Michael
Michael
Bublé
Bublé
is?
Bublé.
That name sounds familiar.
He's a singer. Come on, get with it.
He can melt your heart.
Google that. Right?
Yeah.
He can melt my heart.
Yeah, that stone.
No one can melt
heart
my
of
icy heart.
yours,
It's
excuse me.
icy. Hey, Randy, it's icy. Get it right.
It's been closed for so long. Huh?
Anyway, so we went on a couple dates, and he was really nice, but he just kept getting super serious about stuff. And I'm like, I just graduated from high school. I'm not really that serious about anything. And at the time, my family was in the process of moving from Utah to Idaho.
I know what she's got.
So
Of course you do, Randy.
anyway, I mean, he just he was a very, very creative person. So he would write songs and he would write poems, and they're all really, really good, I thought. Anyway, so he ended up having, right before I was going to move, he was like, Ashley, I love you. I love you. And I just want you to stay here with me. And I want us to be together. And I was like, I thought we were just friends. We've never even, I don't even think we ever kissed. I don't really remember, but I don't think we ever did. Anyway, so he ended up, he would text me all the time, and he would Facebook me all the time, and he'd be like, I miss you so much. And he'd write me all these songs, and he doesn't even sing, which is ironic because he'd write songs, but he doesn't even sing. Or he doesn't play an instrument. Whatever. So basically he would just write poems. And so anyway, he would text me so often and try and call me, and he would message me over Facebook. That one time I had one of my guy friends, he called him and was like, hey, this is Ashley's boyfriend. Stop calling her. And he's like, well, anyway, so he kind of dropped off the face of the earth. And then he proceeds to text me again. This is when Kelly and I are engaged at the time. And so finally I'm just like, you know what? I'm engaged. I thought that would do the trick. And he's like, okay, well, it'd still be nice to get together. And we just have so many so many things that are left unsaid. And so I'm just like, whatever, dude, block them. So I have absolutely no contact with them at all. And then Randy will have to tell this part because this has to do with Randy.
So it was right after I got back from my mission, and I had activated my Facebook again. And I was going through.
Was this recent?
Well, yeah, it was 2 months ago. So I was looking through messages, and I saw a message, and the part of my Facebook is in other messages, and there was a message from this kid, and I was like, okay. So I was reading it, and it was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I was one of Ashley's friends, and I'm just trying to get a hold of her. I can't find her on Facebook or anything like that. And I just want to see how she's doing. If she wants to talk to me, just tell her I said hi and stuff like that. And so
That is a total stalker.
yeah.
I know. I'm so creeped out. I feel violated.
I feel violated. He had to find me on Facebook.
I know. It's so creepy.
I don't know how you guys are affiliated with all these creepy people that write you songs and
It's all Ashley.
sonnets and poems.
I just always try and give
She's
people
got
the benefit of the
most common name
doubt.
in the world,
I always.
Ashley
What'd you say?
You
was
have
a
the most
player.
common name in the world. Ashley.
Not the spelling.
Hey, not the
Not the
spelling.
spelling.
Get with it. Yeah, it was really.
Ashley dated a lot of douchebags.
I did. I had one guy that said he wouldn't. I asked him what his biggest pet peeve was. He said it was fat people. And from then on, I was like, and we're done.
Fat people.
Is that Devin?
Yeah.
He had big
And
lips.
we're done.
That leads me to another segment I wanted to do before to finish up. Is what is your biggest pet peeve and why? So since Ashley, you were just talking, I'm going to give you a break. You've talked a lot. Let's go with Paul, because again, Paul has not spoken almost at all.
Yeah,
this
Paul,
entire
what the heck?
episode.
Come on.
So
Jeez,
Paul, what is
dude,
your
come on,
biggest
man.
pet peeve and why? Oh, he's getting ready. Look at him.
Get back to me on that.
Are you serious?
That's all you've said is pass.
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 Oh my
Skip
God.
one.
You've skipped 5 times.
He has a good hand.
Yeah, he does not have a good hand.
I do.
Owen.
Go back.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's start with Miss Faithful right here, Randy.
Okay, my biggest pet peeve
And why?
and why. Can you come back to me?
Oh my
I
God.
got this.
Okay.
Skip
Kyle.
two.
Yeah,
Go to Kyle.
I've got 2 big pet peeves.
Okay.
One of them is freaking weird. I'll admit it. But it's something that's always drove me nuts. It's just about myself. It's having clean ears. I clean my ears twice a day. Every morning and every night. I don't know why.
No, I
But
get
it drives me nuts.
I get it, because if your ear doesn't feel clean, it bothers you the whole day.
And number 2, what other people do that drives me nuts is the way people eat when they like chomp or slurp cereal. That's like my biggest pet peeve. Because I love cereal, but those people just make it like
But you can't control the chomp.
absolutely horrible.
Like the
It's
crunch or the chomp.
I'm eating cereal.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Stop it! You're ruining the best thing on earth.
Oh.
That's
I
how
thought
I
of
feel.
some.
Is there an example of someone that did and you just yelled at them and like,
Dude,
Have you ever
I
yelled
had
at somebody?
a companion about that. That's all I do every day. This is like I'm sitting there reading, and he's over there. I was like, and I just look over at him. I was like, he doesn't even know he's doing it. He's just sitting there, just eating his cereal. And I was like, gosh. And there was one day I just couldn't take it. I was like, dude, just stop it, man. Just stop it. He's like, what am I doing? I'm like, the way you're eating is horrible. And it's like, you're never gonna get a girl with like that.
we should do that the next time where Kyle's house and eating cereal just.
He will kick you out of his house.
Someone will get shot.
Diego, you had your hand up.
Oh yeah, okay. So I guess it's two in one kind of a thing. So, I'm okay with old people, but I don't like it when they're behind the wheel, and I don't like slow drivers.
No. You don't like old people and women driving.
Well, okay, no. Hold on. No. It's not women driving. This is
Whatever,
something.
whatever.
No. Listen. Let me explain.
What your brother said.
No. That's not fair. Because I want to explain.
Shots fired. Pew pew.
No. This is I learned this from my dad, and I'm trying not to do it as much.
Come on, Diego, I'm a witness.
So when I get really bad road rage when people drive super slow, and my first thoughts of who's behind the wheel is either an old person or a woman. And this is not just me. This is Hispanic people in general. A lot of Hispanic people I work with, when they're like, "Oh, this person sucks at driving." Oh, it's probably a woman.
I'm a
It's
Hispanic
probably
person.
a woman. It's like, oh,
See?
of course it's a woman, and you see it. But
I say it's
for
probably
me,
a woman.
but for me, like 70% of the time, it's been an old man, and I freak because I'm going 65 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, and this old guy in this like Corvette is going like 45, and I'm like, oh, we're just going to destroy you. It's like
It's either old people or Asians. Asians can't drive.
I've never had a problem with Asians.
Paul, dating an
Well-
Asian, can they drive?
Actually,
she doesn't
I can't drive.
You're
not Asian.
No, but going to the point.
And you're not a woman or an old man.
Well, hold on.
I don't
Remember,
understand.
you're breaking up. We can't hear you. You got to talk.
You're not an Asian, a woman, or an old man.
No, but random fact, since we're talking about driving, I can't actually park. I just realized that a couple of days ago.
You can't.
No, every time I park really.
You know
Far
what's a
away.
funny thing is I can't park really well with my car, but I can park really well in my company car. Like a Yukon, it's like an XL, and I can back up and parallel park like a champ with that big car. But with my Jeep, I can't do it.
I think Paul's just trying to make himself be Asian, so he's trying to get
No,
worse
this
and worse.
is like
Okay.
a random comment though. But going to my pet peeves, I can't think of any. You guys know me pretty well, so what kind of stuff you think I?
that
Your
that
pet
you don't
peeve?
like. Things that get under Paul's skin. Diego.
Diego? Oh yeah, it's right.
Take a
It's
jab.
Diego.
No,
Oh, that was
no.
Diego.
No, it's not Diego.
Oh no, I don't think it's a pet peeve, but I think he just likes to be secretive about everything. And whenever you ask him, he just doesn't like to tell us anything. So it can be simple things like, hey, where'd you get this music? It's like, it's really good music. Oh, my sources, It's like, oh, that's a cool shirt, man. Where'd you get that shirt? I just got the shirt somewhere, on the floor. That's how he is.
That goes to my pet peeve.
That's my,
this,
yeah. it's when-
This is why.
Simple things to be informed of. We're not talking about what's your blood type and how's your genetic helix go, blah, blah, blah. I'm just talking about, that's a nice shirt. Where'd you get it? Ross? Cool. Okay. $10. I'm going to buy it. No, he has to make a big,
Did you really just say genetic helix?
yes.
Genetic helix.
I went that far
It's
because
a double.
You have
It's
so
a
much
double
genetic
helix, Diego.
helix. It's a helix either way.
There's a double helix.
Helix either way. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, no. One of my biggest pet peeves is being secretive about things. So my parents.
Well, no, it
no
makes
secret.
sense, but it's
Okay,
to an extent.
I'll tell you this
an
much.
extent.
No, yeah. If it's like knowledge that I should know about, I hate it when they keep that from me. For example, like my mom and dad, whenever we'd have food, like they never tell us what it is. They just be like, "My mom wants for dinner food." It's like, this is it. How's it taste? Good. I don't know, just. And Paul does the same thing.
That's why you
But
like
not
your
with
mom.
food.
Your mom is awesome.
Paul will be like, "Hey, Paul, how was your day?" "It was good. What you do?" "Oh, stuff." "Oh, how's your girlfriend?" "Oh, you know." I don't know. That's why I'm asking. And it bugs me. And then
Oh, actually, that thing I agree with that. You like to know stuff.
Yeah,
You need to know.
Yeah.
See, you gotta be not so pushy about it. Because I told Paul, just let me know one thing here and there. I'm cool with it, and he does. He lets me know because I'm not being like, "Hey, Paul, what are you doing? Hey, Paul, what are you doing? Hey, Paul, what are you doing? What's that? Huh? That's how you act when you're around him.
no.
No.
That's how
Trust-
Kyle's dad
that's-
is.
Witness.
See,
Witness.
Paul's right there.
I'm not that way.
Oh, no, we got more witnesses in here.
They don't know.
Do they?
Ashley, did you tell us your pet peeve? Oh, Randy?
I thought of one.
Okay,
It has
Randy
to
now.
do with Ashley.
Okay.
Well, Ashley's really popular today.
So it kind of goes along with Kyle's. I hate it when I hear people chewing. Like, it grosses me out. And I think it all started with Ashley. And
Ashley, are you
in
allowed
high
to
school,
wear-
she had braces.
This is a good story. I can hear it.
Ashley,
Don't
that's
tell anybody
racist.
this story. It makes me look so stupid.
Hey,
It was a long time ago. People change.
Randy. Okay, Ashley, she will stop the story if you say the word penis.
No.
Okay, Randy, go on.
Look, the thing is, though, Ashley, don't worry about it. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows how you look
don't.
like, so she can say the story. It's okay.
This
Randy,
is so
nobody
no,
knows.
but I know
Nobody knows.
everybody in this room, and these are the people
Actually,
that matter.
Ashley,
Ashley, just say happiness.
No.
It's
No.
almost that. It's like
you can say
Randy,
it
tell
like
the
half
story.
penis.
You would rather me tell the story than you say penis?
just okay, Randy, go on with the story. 'cause
Well, okay, so she had
is
braces
so
in high school.
I wasn't in high school. I was in junior high. Thank you
Okay,
very
whatever.
much.
And she'd be eating cereal, and we'd be like watching TV or something, and she'd be chewing with her mouth open. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe with my braces." And so I notice that a lot in people, especially when they eat bananas or something like that, and I hear them chewing it. Like, I have to go to a different room because it's disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, that was it?
That was
I was hoping for
It's
like
just-
bigger
no.
outcome kind of a thing.
It was a good story.
That's along with cereal line.
I don't think she eats with her mouth open anymore.
No, because I'm a lady. Ladies don't do that.
Ladies don't do that.
While she's picking at her feet.
Hey, feet don't gross me out. I can touch my feet
No,
all
but
I
I'm
want.
just saying.
a lady does not pick her feet.
My
Not
feet
in
are cold,
public.
so I was holding them.
Not
That's
in
what I was
public. Or you get a blanket and cover yourself. I'm just kidding.
But see, this is the thing. Like, our group of friends are so comfortable with each other. Like, people burp, people fart, people piss in front of each other. I mean, like, it's kind of weird.
doing. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I guess I was not a part of this. I didn't know what was going on
I
here.
didn't know this either. What the heck? This is,
No, so like when Kelly was dating Ashley, I think he was dating Ashley or someone, like he'd always, whenever we'd be outside and it's already dark, like he'd go into the middle of the street and he'd just pee and do a
Pea
circle.
circles.
Pee circles all the time. Like
He
it's
still does it.
that's why you love him though, right?
Sure.
Wait, Paul, you're gonna say something. Come on. Paul, come on. So do you think we're too comfortable with each other, Ashley?
I don't think you can ever be too comfortable. I think you guys are like family, like one big giant family.
Yeah.
And I'm a part of it now because I'm married into the family, so
Yeah,
I'm
you
like
lucked
the in-law.
out.
I'm like the in-law of the friends.
I don't know. I don't know if
But secretly everyone loves me more than Kelly. I'm just kidding.
let it be stated that is not true. No offense to Ashley.
I'm totally kidding. I know. I'm totally kidding.
The only one we haven't talked about is Cody, I think. We'll call him Mr. Babyface.
Mr. Salad Fingers.
Mr. Salad Fingers.
Or Mr. Copperpenny.
I think I just, I'm not, that's not,
That's a story that can't be told, unfortunately.
Not now.
not ever.
Not ever.
Should never be repeated.
Okay, Kyle, to end us off, tell us a story about Cody, Mr. Babyface.
What do you want to know about him?
Tell us something that is just hilarious. A good story, because I know he has tons.
I can think of one when we were kids that is kind of funny about both of us.
Wait.
But this goes off and shows you how big of a dick I was to him, and he still hung out with me. So I got this big, huge squirt gun when I was a kid. They had like this 40-pound backpack of water they had to carry around with you to pump the stupid water into the squirt gun. Me and Cody would go around the neighborhood squirting all these neighborhood kids, but I'd make Cody carry the backpack, and I'd have the gun. And I'd like pull him around and squirt at these kids, and he's like running around and trying to move with me, but he couldn't do it because the backpack weighed so much, and he was this little scrawny kid. And I was like, "Come on, dude, we gotta get him wet."
Oh my gosh.
But other than that, there's a lot of good things about Cody to say, but I don't know right now.
There's one I want to share with Diego, because Diego and I have done tons of stuff together. Like, we're as close as Randy is to Ashley, maybe closer. And so
No.
we whatever, Ashley. So
They have intellectual powers.
So Diego and I have also
They share brains.
Diego and I have shared lots of incidents together and accidents. So there's one that I wanted to tell you guys before we end. So Diego and I are from Bolivia. We've told you stories about Bolivia.
Oh my gosh.
So we go and we move to the United States. We live in Utah. We live in East Salt Lake. And so in Bolivia, there's not a lot of bees. Okay, and in Bolivia, like, if you see bees, like, you know, they're in the tree and they have the little hive whatsoever. So Diego and I were walking and we're exploring our yard, and we see these bees going into this hole in the ground. And we're like, what the freak is that? I've never seen that. And I thought they were maybe just bugs or something, but we get closer to it, and we find out, yes, they're bees that are going into this hole in the ground, which is something I've never seen, and it was just something I couldn't believe. And so Diego and I, being smart, were like, let's go poke it in there, see if bees come out.
Great idea.
So we're walking around, and we have this metal stick that we use to turn on the sprinklers. So Diego and I grab it, and we wait for some more bees to go in there.
And we
then
just
shove it in there. We just move it around. And then all of a sudden, this huge dark cloud of bees just pop out of the hole, and they attack Diego and me. They stung like a mother effer. Like, we're covered in it, and we're screaming, we're yelling, and our adopted sister comes up and is like, what's going on? She just tries to swap them away from us, and my dad is yelling, whatever you kids doing? Get in the house right now. So we start running in, and these bees are still on us.
Yeah, so he pushes us outside. He gets a towel, and he starts smacking the bees off of us. So we're getting hit with a towel, a wet towel.
And getting stung at the same time.
Yeah, so we got like maybe 20 stings each. Like fatal.
No, there was more.
No, because that would kill us if we got any more. But we got stung a lot, and we were getting hurt by the bees. They were getting hurt by our dad, and then on top of that, he beat us afterwards.
Yeah.
Because he's like, why did you go attack the bees? And then I think he put like a bunch of rocks inside of it so they couldn't get out. But that was horrible.
I think the most horrific part of that was we're in the bathroom, and my dad's trying to take out all the stingers, and there's still bees like on us, either dying or just crawling on us, and our dad's still yelling and hitting at us as he's taking out the stingers. It's like, why can you be so stupid? Bam! It's like, I gotta take all these out. Bam! It keeps hitting us. Oh my! It was the most traumatic experience. And like, when we go to school the next day, literally, we're all pink, and we look like we were in the gym for like years, because we look like we're buff, and it's all puffy and pink. I mean, it was not a good sight. I mean,
Hey, you look buff.
I did look buff at one time.
There you go.
That was the only time in first grade.
That's one of those experiences that scared the crap out of me.
Did you have one, Ashley and Randy, some other incident yet together? Because we can't ask Paul. Okay, before this, Paul is very distant from his family members. Like, he didn't even know his sister's real name.
Here we go again.
Or how old they were.
Like, he doesn't know anything about them. And it's...
My life's a secret, Dave. You should know by now.
Doesn't matter. You should know your sisters.
If it's a secret, it's a secret to myself.
Whatever. All right, Randy, Ashley, I see you laughing.
So many. We do have so many.
Okay, let's hear it.
Which one? Okay. So I think this was in Louisiana,
Yeah, it was when we lived in Louisiana.
and there's lots of frogs everywhere, right? and we had these scissors that came. There were these Barbies, and it came with these scissors that were only supposed to cut hair, right?
So we called them our Barbie scissors.
As one does.
Like
okay.
nothing else. They weren't supposed to cut anything else. And we would use them a lot. And me and my sister actually thought it was a great idea to catch a frog.
Well, side note, we would catch frogs all the time. Like, we would just catch them, and, I mean, there were frogs, like, everywhere all the time. Baby ones, big, nasty toads, like...
Yeah.
We always were catching frogs or lizards or something. It's the only thing keep you entertained there. So
we caught one, and we thought it was a great idea to use these scissors and try to cut it open.
we wanted to, we were curious, you go through this stage where you're curious about, what's inside an animal, it's a live animal.
So this animal is still alive.
Yeah.
Well, we would also take them and, take their legs and we would, ring them around.
We?
Okay, well, yeah, Randy was always watching, so she was pretty much a part of it. We'd take them and ring them around, so, this was, that was the gateway, I feel like, to this incident.
This is very psychotic, and I think you have problems, actually.
You become a serial killer when you grow up.
I am grown up, and I totally
really.
forgot about this, but, yeah, Randy, we cut open the frog with the Barbie scissors, so we pretty much
I feel
tortured this
very
poor
bad.
frog.
That poor frog.
Yeah.
Did you eat it afterwards?
No, we didn't eat it.
Why not?
It probably had weird germs.
Yeah,
Cook it out.
those aren't the kind of frogs to eat.
And then what was the other story?
Well, our parents were, I love our parents, but they were so strict about the weirdest things.
Uh-huh.
And so there was one point where we couldn't watch,
The Power Rangers.
we couldn't watch the Power Rangers. We couldn't read Harry Potter
Blasphemy.
books.
Lame.
We
Those are the
couldn't,
best.
we couldn't watch Seventh Heaven. Okay, these are all shows that were so big growing up.
Wasn't Seventh Heaven like a religious
Christian.
show?
That's
It's a Christian show.
Yeah, but they also had, premarital sex on it all the time with,
I don't remember
the kids
that.
sneaking off. Yes,
Yeah, but
they
that
did.
happens all the time. It's okay.
So,
That's
anyway.
life in general.
We, Randy and I really liked this show called Waka Texas Ranger.
Oh my god.
And that was on the list of ones we could not watch. And so Randy had was it a computer or TV or something in your room? But regardless, we ended up watching Walker Texas Ranger secretly. We would turn it down really low.
It was mostly on Sundays when our parents were taking a nap, and they made us take a nap.
So you guys are rebellious, what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
She's a dirty girl.
Yeah, so we would sneak and watch Walker Texas Ranger. But, I mean, there was a lot of things we did together, but just not a whole lot that comes to mind at the current moment. Just a lot of weird, funny things that only me and her would get that we can't really explain to anybody else.
A lot of girls have that though.
I've seen that.
Those
as
inside
as
jokes.
we're recording this episode, I've seen that. You guys have a lot of stuff you just can't
You just
explain.
can't explain. It's just a sisterly bond. Just a sisterly bond we can't explain.
Oh my god. Anyway, I think that does it for our episode of the Backroom Talk. The big sexy tank Luari didn't say too much. He was just
I was
listening.
letting people I've already had an episode, so I'm like, I'll let these newbies had their chance. They got too excited. I don't want the mic. I want to speak. So I left.
Hey,
them alone.
that was not it. They had to force me to speak.
And then she couldn't shut
I
up.
forced you the one time, and now it's like, can't shut up.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a talkative person.
See?
True that. That's why she needs to be on a podcast. That's a good thing. So, with that, I'm going to give everyone's outro. You got me, Mr. Sexual Chocolate, David. To my right, you got the panda, Paul.
This is Paul saying goodbye.
We got the little bear, Diego.
Hey guys, I'm out.
We got the big sexy tank, Luari.
I'll see you next time.
And I'm going to call you the man-eater, Ashley.
I'm
It's
a
very
man
fitting.
eater.
And we got Miss Faithful herself, Randy. You're going to say something. They can't see your hand gesture.
They don't see a bow. They can hear it.
They can't hear a bow.
She can say bow.
I'm not gonna say.
Curtsy.
You going to say something? Bye.
It's been
Adios.
a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. And of course, we had the rest of the group that don't want to say anything. So this has been the Backroom Talk. We will see you, gentlemen and ladies, later.
Hope to see you soon. Stay golden.